everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I thought I would film a Q&A. I think it was last week on my Instagram stories I put a post out saying if you've got any questions send them in. I got a couple. I didn't really get many because I haven't got very many followers at the minute, but we've all got to start somewhere, haven't we? So I've wrote them down because I'm filming on my phone so I can't see what the questions are, so I've put them down on a bit of paper. So yeah, I did want to film this with Martin, my other half, but he said he wasn't feeling comfortable or confident enough to come on camera, so I'm going to try and answer, because some of the questions are aimed at both of us, so I'll answer them as best as I can. So, I am Sian and I am a mum of 3. You will find me in my pyjamas with my hair on top of my head 99% of the time. That is just my life. I love living in my pyjamas. I'm all about the comfort. So if you're here for glamour, I'm sorry, you're not going to find it here. But I'd like to think that I'm down to earth and relatable. So I hope you enjoy the video. So let's get into it. So the first question I got was, what are your names and ages? So as I just said, I'm Sian and I'm 31, and my partner, or should I say my fiance, is Martin, and he is 34, so he's a couple of years older than me. The next one we got was, what are the names and ages of your girls? Sorry, I'm keep looking down here because I've got my questions down here. So what are the names and ages of your girls? So I've got Ava, who is 4.5. I've got Olivia, who is 2 years, 8 months, I think she is. And our newest addition is Sophie, and she is 16 weeks old today. How did we choose our girls' names? So, Ava, I don't know, she was just always Ava. And then when it came to Olivia, we went through like some names that we both liked. We liked Olivia. Hang on, I'm gonna have to stop, the baby's crying. Sorry about that. Sophie woke up, so I needed to go and sort her out. So yeah, where was we? I was telling you how we came about Olivia's name, wasn't I? So, yeah, we said some names that we liked. Obviously we had to agree. And we put them in a pot, and Martin actually came up with the idea to let Ava pick the name out of the hat, so she had some input into choosing her sister's name. So she outpulled Olivia. That's what she pulled out. I actually really had my heart set on Olivia being called Millie. That's what I really wanted her to be called, but it wasn't meant to be, and I love the name Olivia anyway, so I was happy with that. With Sophie we did the same thing, so we both chose 3 names that we really liked each. So Martin picked his 3, but of course I had to like them too. And I picked my 3, which he had to like. So again, in went Millie. But this time we let Olivia pick out of the pot of names. So we had 6 names in total that we chucked in the pot, and she picked out Sophie. So Martin actually suggested Sophie when we were pregnant with Olivia, and at the time I really wasn't that fussed. It just wasn't a name that I was like, yeah, I love that. Just wasn't that for me. But when I fell pregnant with Sophie, once we found out her gender, because I did think I was carrying a boy with her, when we found out that she was a girl, she just felt like a Sophie. All the way through then, she just felt like a Sophie. So it was the first name that Martin had suggested. It's the first name that I wrote down to put into the pot, and it's obviously the first name that Olivia pulled out. So Sophie was meant to be. So yeah, so we wanted, so when the girls are older and say, oh, how did our names come about, Mummy and Daddy? We can say, oh, actually, well, your sisters helped choose, which I think is really nice, isn't it? So that's that. What's the next one? Oh, do we want any more children? So it's always like, yes, I want more, no, don't. So for Martin, I mean, I can't 100% speak for him, but I'm 99% sure that Martin doesn't want any more babies. Me, I can never say never. 3 is enough, you know. And we always say, you know, the more children we have, like, the finances have got to spread further, haven't they? And 3 is enough children. You know, we've got a lot on our hands. They're all still very young, aren't they? But for me, I can never say never. I absolutely love being pregnant, apart from the morning sickness. That's the worst bit. Yeah, I love being pregnant, and after you give birth, like that newborn bubble of love. Isn't it just such a lovely feeling, like that high you get because you're so proud that you've given birth to this baby? Oh, it's amazing. So yeah, we do get asked a lot, would you have liked a boy? I get a little bit annoyed because does it really matter? I am so lucky that I've got 3 children. You know, I've seen people struggle to have babies, so it really doesn't matter what gender, does it? That's just my opinion. Like, would we like a boy? Of course we would. Of course Martin would love a boy. But are we thrilled to be having, you know, thrilled that we've got the 3 girls? Absolutely. We wouldn't be without the 3 girls. I love being a mum of girls. Like, they're going to grow up. They're already my best friends, and they're going to grow up to be my best friends, I hope. Like, I just want the relationship with my girls that I have with my mum. So, yeah. When I was pregnant with Sophie, I was convinced I was pregnant with a boy, though, because with my 2 older girls, I was very, very sick in the beginning for the first half of my pregnancy. With Sophie, I would say I was sick for about 3 weeks total, and that was it. So I was convinced I was having a boy. But we went and had an early gender scan at window to the womb. That's an amazing experience. We did that with Livy as well, because she wouldn't show us what she was when we went for our NHS scan. So yeah, they asked me, what do you think you're having? I was like, I think I'm having a boy this time. Martin was like, nope, it'll be another girl. And they told us that it was another girl, and his reaction was, I think I'm going to have to take out life insurance. So yeah, but we love being parents to all girls. That's, you know, that's fine with us. Next question. What do we both do for work? So I'll start with Martin, because I mostly ramble about what I do. So Martin is a chef, and he's done that since he's left school. That's all he knows what to do, really. I know you're going to think, oh, I bet he cooks for you all the time at home. You'd be wrong, he doesn't. But when he does cook, he cooks some really nice stuff. But, you know, like if you just cook something really basic, say steak, some roast potatoes, some vegetables, what would it take us? Half an hour, hour tops? Oh no, not with Chef Martin. He'll be at it all afternoon, and I start getting moody because I'm thinking, come on, I just want to eat it. I'm not worried if it looks fancy or not. So yeah, he can make some lovely stuff though. Me, I don't do anything special. I'm a carer. I work out in the community actually, so I don't work in a care home. I look after people in their own homes. So I was actually, in 2014, I started uni to train to be a nurse. But life had other plans for me. So by the end of my first year in uni, I fell pregnant. I continued with my uni all the way up until 4 weeks before I delivered. I took my maternity with that. I still got my maternity leave, and I did go back. Anyway, me and Martin decided to try for another baby. But I thought, it will take, it could take at least 6 months to catch, couldn't it? So so yeah, let's start trying now. This is end of second year of uni. So let's try now. I thought if it takes 6 months, I could still qualify, have the baby, but I've still qualified. Wrong. I fell pregnant straight away. I'm just one of those people, lucky people. I'm one of those lucky people that have just caught like that. So I'm very thankful for that. So yeah, life had other plans. So for me, I believe that I went into my nursing to have my babies. So that's what happened. And after once I fell pregnant with Olivia, I decided not to go back. And you know what? I don't regret my decision at all. Especially, can you imagine if I was a qualified nurse now, I'd be out there working on the front line during COVID. I mean, being a carer, I'd still be out there during COVID, but I was working at the beginning of all this COVID. Martin kept saying, please stop work, please take early maternity. And I kept saying, no, I'll just keep going, I'll just keep going. Anyway, his mother was the same as well. She really wanted me to stop. And I just didn't want to let anybody down. You know, I've got clients that rely on me, and other staff members that rely on me. You know, we work as a team. I need to help them out. And I just, like, the guilt of letting people down was keeping me there, when really I should have been thinking about myself and my safety. So in the end, I did decide, no, enough's enough. I was constantly coming home thinking, God, have I caught something? Am I bringing something home to my family? And I couldn't keep living with that in my head. So I spoke to work. I said, can I finish now? And they were really good about it, and they said, yeah, you can finish now. So I wanted to work right up until the end of my pregnancy, so I could have the most of the time off with the baby here. But it didn't work out like that. But it is what it is, isn't it? So that's that. Please don't tell me they're coming up. I did ask Martin to keep the girls downstairs while I film this, because I'm sat on Ava's bed. So how did me and Martin meet? So I actually met Martin years and years ago. So I'm 31 now. So I think I most probably met him around 18, 19. So he would have been early 20s. So we, you know, you used to go out drinking with your friends, didn't you, clubbing. And we met just on a night out, and we stayed friends for years and years. And then we'd always talk in and out. He was in relationships, I was having the odd relationship here and there, and we'd talk in and out. Like, we'd go for ages without talking. It could even be a year or more, and then we'd end up talking again. Anyway, it got to, how old was I don't know. I bet I was about, it was before I was in uni. I bet I was about 23, maybe 24. And we did decide to go on a couple of dates. But, you know, when someone kisses you and that spark isn't there, that spark just wasn't there for me. So I told him, and he took it so badly. He took it really badly. I think we'd only been on 3 dates. But yeah, I was like, oh my God, you would have thought we'd like been in a relationship and broke up. He is very, very soft. He is a very soft man. So yeah, the years went by, and well, not really years, couple of years, and we just got talking again, and we decided to meet up again. And this time it just felt right. I know the first time that I met up with him, I was like, I really wanted to kiss him. And so there, it just felt totally different this time round. So that is how we met and got together. So how did he propose to me? So he's only just recently proposed to me. It was just after I had Sophie. I've been nagging him for years. I've been pestering him. When are we going to get engaged? And he said, right, he's like teased me as well. He's been like, oh, look for engagement rings, Sian, like to give me some ideas. So I'd do that. I'd like look through, send him like the links to them. No, never got the ring. Anyway, I kept nagging him. Anyway, it got to, when did he propose to me? Was it August or was it? Yeah, I think it was the 4th of August he proposed to me. So anyway, me being me, I actually chose my ring. So I knew it was coming because I always said that I wanted a ring that I absolutely loved and that I would wear. It didn't matter about cost. I wasn't after anything expensive. I've always said it could come out of a Christmas cracker and I'd be happy. As long as it sparkled, that's all I asked for, is that it was a sparkly ring. So I sent him the link to the one that I wanted and he bought it, which I knew he had bought. So it come through the post one day, must have been the 4th of August. Anyway, he's like, you're not having it today though, Sian, because I want to plan something for you and do it all nice. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So he put it in his bedside table drawer. Anyway, I was in bed and he come up. He's like, oh, do you want a cup of tea? So I was like, yeah, all right then. And he's like, well, do you want your ring? I was like, look, it's up to you. I was like, if you want to give it to me now, you can give it to me now. If you want to plan something and do it that way, do it that way. The choice is yours. So he was like, well, it's silly just sitting in a drawer when you know you're getting it anyway. I agreed. I didn't care how he did it. I just wanted to be engaged. So he's like, don't look a minute. I'm just going to get it in the box. So he put it in the box. And I was just sat in bed, sat in my pyjamas as I always am. He did get down on one knee and he asked me to marry him. Now for me, that most probably isn't like a romantic way. But to me, I didn't want a big fuss. I would have got very embarrassed if it was in front of people. It was nice. It was just, oh, I get emotional actually thinking about it. It was just me and him in our home where we love our home. We hadn't long had Sophie and she was lying next to me in her crib. So to me, it was perfect. To other people, you'd think, oh, maybe it's a naff way, but to me, it was fine. And, you know, it was perfect for us. So that's that. Where do we come from? So I think Martin's actually originally from Preston, I think, and I was born in West Sussex, but I've lived here since I was 3. So basically, we're from North Devon, which is, in the winter, I'm always like, oh, I hate living here because it's like grey and gloomy, but I guess that's the same wherever you live, isn't it? But in the summer, it's the most beautiful place to live. We have got some lovely beaches. So we are really lucky to have those on our doorstep. We've got Woolacombe Beach is my absolute favourite. I love it down there so much. It's really nice beach. I like it because it's dry sand. In the summer, you think you're abroad down there. The sea's blue. Really nice. Croyd's another really nice beach around here. So yeah, if you ever want somewhere to go when all this COVID is over, definitely visit North Devon because it's beautiful. So this one is, say, a pro and a con about each other. I mean, I haven't got Martin here, so it's going to be a bit tricky, isn't it? So I'll say a pro and con about Martin. So a pro is he is a wonderful father. Very loving. Our kids are so loved. We're obsessed with kissing them. We tell them all the time we love them. Yeah, he is wonderful. I couldn't wish for a better father to our girls. It's all each other wanted, you know. We always wanted to be parents. It's one thing in life that we wanted to achieve, and thankfully we did. He's so good with all of us girls. Everything he does is to make us girls happy. So yeah, he's a lovely person. A con about him is, as you most probably know if you watch my Insta stories, is his messiness. He leaves his clothes on the floor, so I end up chucking them out the window. So yeah, just his untidiness, but yeah, I can't really grumble. He's very, very thoughtful. So yeah, I'm going to guess his pros and cons about me. So I reckon he would say my con would be, I think he would say that I'm a bit of a hothead and I'm fiery. Yeah, and I moan at him a lot. But I can literally, like, silly things stress me out. So it can make me like get a bit fiery inside. So like things like with the house being messy, like that can actually really upset me. Like it can actually bring me to tears, because I don't like living like that, because it does affect my mood. Like if the house is tidy, I'm gonna be happy. If it's a mess, I can feel myself like getting stressed inside and worked up, and I'm just like simmering, and then I'll just be making digs at him all day. So I reckon that's most probably my con, and I recognise that in myself anyway. I'll like hold my hands up and admit, you know, I'm not always easy to live with. And a pro, I would say, I reckon he would say that I'm a good mother. You know, those hang on. I did not think I was going to cry in this. Those girls are everything. And everything I do is for them. So yeah, I reckon that's what he'd say, that I'm a good mother and that I'm a very loving mum to our girls. Last question now. Oh, excuse me. I didn't think I was going to be crying through a Q&A. Anyway, that's me. I'm a very emotional person. Martin's actually very, very sensitive as well. In fact, sometimes I get a bit annoyed because I feel like I can't say anything. With me, I can't keep anything in. If I've got something on my mind, I'll say it. Whereas he just like, he just shuts off. He just doesn't listen to me when I'm moaning, or he just goes, we've got a thing, and he's like, shut up. You know, you just got your ways, haven't you? So yeah, the last question is, why have I started up a YouTube channel? So basically, it is just because I love watching YouTube. I spend, if I out of watching the TV and YouTube, I most probably watch YouTube more. Martin always laughs at me because he's like, oh, you always like watching unboxing videos. I don't always watch unboxing videos. I like watching family vlogs, and I like watching like hauls, which is kind of what I want to do on my channel. So yeah, so basically the main reason is I just want to document my life with my girls, with my family, because they change so quickly. I just think it would be really nice to have something to look back on. Because I was watching Asha from Forever Evans. I was watching one of her Q&As. I think it's an old one actually. But she was saying, like, no one picks up the camera and makes memories with her in it. Like for me, I capture all the bits with Martin and the girls, but he doesn't think to do it back to me. So it'd be nice if we can start filming some bits and that I'm actually in it as well with the girls, so they can look back on it and see memories as a unit. If this does take off and stuff, because I'm just using my phone at the minute because I don't know how this is going to go, but of course I would love to get like a proper camera to film on. You know, the quality is going to be better, and yeah, and hopefully I'll learn how to edit, because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it for the minute, so I'm just going to keep going. To be fair, since having the girls, my life has been so focused on them, you forget about yourself. Like, so I haven't really had any hobbies or interests since I've had Ava. My girls are my interest, you know. So doing this, I've actually found something that I love doing. So people might not watch it, that's fine, but it's for myself because I'm enjoying doing it. So that is the end of my Q&A. I hope you enjoy. If you do, I'd appreciate it if you could give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you in our next video. Thanks for watching.